Hi guys, Ben here. Now, who suffers from tight hips? Who gets really sore glutes and can really feel their lower back and their glutes start to really tighten up after they've been running for a long time, or when they're trying to do some speed work, they get really stiff and sore, or you wake up and you're struggling to move. Well, I'm going to show you a couple of exercises to help free up your hip range, or the ranging in your hips. So get your hip flexors a little bit loose, your glutes and your lower back all loosened up, so you can fire and you can function a lot better. So especially when you're doing some longer run sessions, some speed work, you're just going to feel better, move better, and feel a little bit more freer, so everything else is firing and functioning a lot better. So I'll do my best with the video, so hopefully you can see it. But basically you want to get on the ground, and you want to find somewhere where you can put your foot up against the wall, and you lay down nice and flat on the side, and you're going to grab your foot, but you're not going to pull it back to your butt. You want to pull it and extend it away. So coming down, getting nice straight, laying nice and flat, and just pushing back and just really opening up the hip flexor, stretching back. You want to hold it for about 10 seconds. I'll show you on the other side, just you might be able to see it at a better angle. But nice and flat, foot up against, coming down, grabbing, and basically trying to stretch it back out, and just opening up. That's it. And so you're really trying to pull it away and out, so you're really opening up that hip flexor and stretching it through. Now another one is really good, is just to get that different range in the hips, having that knee down and getting it down like a 90 degree, and you want to lean forward from your hips over that knee. So you're coming down nice forward and stretching out, and you're just pulling through, and you really feel your glute and your lower back stretch out as well. So you just come through there. So you might want to do 2 on each side, but you basically want to aim for about 10 seconds each side. So again, just getting that 90 degree angle down, nice and flat, and again just lying forward over that knee, and stretching out. And you can adjust the two, so you can come forward a little bit like that, or you can come around and stretch back. But you just want to make sure those knees are on the ground, and so you can really get that movement and that stretch. And that's just going to allow you to open up the hips a little bit better, just so you're a little bit more free through your lower back, your glutes, and especially those hip flexors. That one on the ground really stretches out your hip flexors into your quads, but also gets the glutes firing as well. So I do them about 2-3 times a day, especially when I wake up first thing in the morning before I go out for my morning run. If I'm going to do any speed work in the afternoon, I'll definitely do that, or another run. But I just find it frees everything up, really loosens you up and gets you firing. If you do suffer from a tight back, glutes, or have any tendinopathy issues, those two are really good for you. Alright, hope that helps, guys. Okay, there is one more stretch that I add into that routine to open up the hips and to loosen the hip flexors up and to really open up your lower back. Is you find that you can do it on the couch, you can do it on a chair or a table, and you can do it on the ground as well, but I just find doing it on this angle can really open it up. So just bring your foot up, just grip it underneath, so then when you can keep your heel down nice and flat on that bottom leg, and you can really push down and open up the hip by pushing that knee, and you're pushing up from the foot, so you're really stretching through. And you just lean forward that little bit, and you really feel that stretch through the lower back and the hip, and you stretch it out, and just keep adjusting it a little bit, but you just pull about 10 seconds. I normally do it twice, and then just swap it over the other side. So again, you got the bottom foot down nice and flat, and you're just pushing down on that hip and just opening it up. So keep that pressure on the heel, so you can really keep that leg stable, and that way you can really apply that pressure on that knee down, and you'll just really feel it loosen up through your glute and your lower back. And you just stretch that little bit forward and just hold it for about 10 seconds. I normally do it twice, but you just really feel it loosen up that hip and that lower back. So hope that helps.